Is it worked? No, hey, well, we're live anyway. There you go. So, hello.
Greetings.
There is Phil Rowe, is Simon Transformers, or as he says, AKA Transformer UK Collector from Instagram. We realise that there's not many people watching this at the moment, but this is just a very quick, off-the-cuff, impromptu live that we thought we would do. I've just got another little box here of something that I've managed to pick up, and I'm going to open that in a second. And then, of course, everybody can answer, rather. You can ask us any questions if you want to. Again, appreciate that this probably won't get out to many people in America and overseas because it's very, very late or early in the morning for them, whichever you want to look at, but not for us. So here we go. I've got this. This is another little unboxing that I'm going to do, and I suppose there's a little story about this one as well. And yeah, this is something, I'll be honest, that had been, and it's been in my watch list. I forgot what it was called then. I don't know if you know.
No, we don't know.
This was in my watch list. Here you are. Here you are. Crankcase, guys. That's from Transformers. That's Andy from Transformers UK Collector.
Andy.
It is, isn't it? I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's
Yeah,
him. He's just called himself Crankcase.
Greetings, Andy.
There you go. So yeah, so this was in my watch list in eBay for ages because, again, I'm sure you've heard loads of times we were on lockdown, etc., etc., and then, you know, they say certain things fall into place. It was like literally within a week of coming out of lockdown, even though this had been in my watch list for as long as I can remember, for some reason the seller said, do you want this? Yes, yes it is. It is I. For 20% off. So they knocked a ridiculous amount of money off it, and it was too good an opportunity for me not to have. So in my quest to get as many different figures as I possibly can, I'm currently just too short now of the European exclusives, or G1.5 as they're sort of known as. So this is a track-on, so that's a bit of a clue. So if anybody's watched any of my videos, you may know that I've got one of them, and I've done a video on it, the Decepticon. This is another one, and I'm...
This is like... Yeah, Russ will get it in. Get in
this
there.
This is it. You see, we're out, we're in. Got to be careful. I don't want to show them all my address. So, oh, there we go. It's lovely wrapped. It's beer swoop.
Oh, good lads.
It's beer swoop. Let me just open this. You guys keep chatting.
Actually, these are some of my favourites as well.
Are they?
The European exclusives. Yeah.
There was the other guys from the Transformers, the show as well. They were asking to see all the Predators the last time I went live. So that was
just
good.
round the corner.
They are? Oh yeah, they're all hidden around there, aren't they?
I was ogling them out there because they're amazing.
So yeah, so obviously we've got people in the house which are allowed to do, man. Now that was me again. That was him asking about them. Here we go. So there's the jet part. And then these, what's really cool about these is, and I don't think people realise, have you not seen them? Oh, they're amazing. Do you remember that one which I put on the video and you turn it and you can see like the laser bolts shooting down? It's one of them.
Fantastic.
So I wonder if the video you'll be able to see. This is just a quick live. We're not going to be on it very long because I suppose it's another mini sort of exclusive, and I can't turn the camera to show you, but just to the immediate left of me, what's this? Yeah, exactly. It's, well, ironically enough, 8 boosting. Me and Simon have only met in person twice before, and that was during the initial lockdowns, first round. August, I think it was, and I've never met Phil in person. This is Phil from Robot Recruits, by the way, anybody who's jumping in late. So, you know, I always refer to where I'm always buying all my stuff in the UK from. It's down to this man. So, because he does, he gets the exclusives and things as well, masterpieces, there's loads on there. I'm going to embarrass him a little bit, he knows there, but yeah, check out his site. Pre-orders, everything. Snare is my boy, the last Transformer I brought as a child, and I also have
Snare.
So I'll get Snare in a minute then.
Figure, yeah.
So yeah, so here is obviously the stand which goes underneath, and I wonder if I can get it. Yeah. Yes, I can.
It's got the sight, doesn't it?
Right, see the sight there? Yeah. And see the lasers going down.
Look at that.
I don't know if it'll work on here. Right, where's the camera? Where's the camera? Can you see the lasers shooting down there? Yeah, there you go. So this was one of these brilliant, geeky little additions that they had to these figures that were sort of known as G1 1.5 or European exclusives.
So what year is that? What year is?
This will be 91, 92.
91, yeah.
Let me have a quick look.
91, right.
I've got...
They're still G1 to me, though.
Yeah, they are. Some people
Still G1
was arguing with me that...
It's only because they were not available in the US.
There's
that they
Snare.
were coined.
There's Snare, the red one. There's Andy's
I've got
favourite.
to get that book.
This
book's
book's
incredible.
Ultra Marcus has got this
amazing,
book
yeah.
now because of me. I've corrupted him with it. Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? That's because... Where is it? Oh, it's not in this one. It's in my other one. Same with Rumbler and all that, though. All these ones that just didn't... I think, to be fair, though, I think that they didn't make it out everywhere apart from America, because I know that Japan had the dual packs together
They
as well,
did,
didn't
yeah. They were out in Japan as well, but just America didn't get them. They kind of did get them a little bit in the sense that like they had Machine Wars in America, and that was just a reuse of the molds. But
Is that the J Alvarez
There he is.
book? It is, isn't it?
Tracking. There
Yeah.
it is.
yeah, there he
That's
is.
him.
That's,
Fear
yeah.
Swoop.
So it's one of the Fear Swoops, one of the Trackens. Another great book that I think I've done a video on this as well. This book's fantastic,
It is,
to be
yeah.
fair. Yeah, so as I say, the other sort of mini exclusive is, and apologies it's a bit dark, but after this we're going to be recording a video that, and I know that I'm late to the party because I'm sure a couple of viewers on this alone, I know that one of the Transformers Transformers the show
yeah.
has actually got one as well. I've actually got a Unicron sitting here next to
should
me.
do that
Mine's
one.
actually come, so I'm going to be doing that
I know
later as well.
He's got one.
Yeah, that's it, Jamie. Jamie's the guy who's got it. Forgot his name. Right, who else is on there? Anybody want to ask any questions to Transformers UK Collector? Where did you get the book from? Which one? It's eBay, mate. eBay is
Amazon?
this one. I believe there's some on Amazon.
Yeah.
This one, I think, again, I did a guide on it because it's fantastic because it's got your pre-Transformers first. It's got your Diaclones. You talk about it. It's got all your mainstream stuff. But like, there we go. There's your Convoy. I'm so sorry it's a bit dark. In fact, if I take this down, it's Phil with his bags. Phil's blocking all the light.
Some of my stuff.
What else is there?
It's Unicron.
Yeah, so it's got so it's
Chaos
got
Bringer is
so it's got
darkening the skies.
it's got then all the Japanese variants of it. But then the best thing about it is, of course, because it is a guide to them, it's got the exclusives as well. So you've got your Jinrai, God Jinrai, and loads of detail on them all, to be honest. And then at the back, it's got the miscellaneous things as well, which I think is fantastic. So you've got like the South American mini bots in all the different colours,
We've just seen one of them.
which we've
We
just
have, yeah.
seen. It's got the infamous red tracks in the MB box. Tim Banerjee's the only person I know who's got one of them. And then, yeah, there's some of the European ones as well. Here you go, Paul. Alexis, Jamie and Paul all have Unicrons. Alexis still hasn't
do.
transformed his. Well, mine, I don't even know how we're going to do it. We're going to maybe attempt to film it as an unboxing, but we might have to do that thing where you can speed it up
Yeah.
and maybe dub some of it out because we don't normally swear on my channel. But there might be some with trying to. It doesn't even fit in the room. Look how much light it's blocking out.
gonna
I mean,
be a
it's
three-man
legitimately blocking out the light into the room. It's ridiculous. Right, so there's my track on. Yeah, so that means now there's some great stuff in that book. What's your favourite figure, the TF that got you into collecting? Did you grow up on G1? Jason, great. Yeah, so I was lucky enough to grow up on G1. I'm not going to be cliche and say Optimus Prime and Megatron, even though I did love them. But I think everybody really knows that my favourite one as a toy to play with as a kid is and always will be Scorponok. He's definitely my favourite. Do you two want to answer that as well?
Favourite figures?
Oh, and new Tubby's on there as well.
I think the figure that got me into collecting was seeing,
No swearing.
seeing Starscream and Soundwave Christmas '84.
Yeah.
And you know, in them days you could bring toys in on the last day of term.
Yes, yeah.
And a kid had bought those two in, and that was it.
You're all over.
And that was it, yeah.
G1 Jazz, definitely. I was probably more into sort of like the Diaclone and the gig stuff before Transformers came along. And yeah, I just really loved that series of car robots from Takara. Very rare to get over here. We had a few, didn't we, from sort of the Italian versions and things like that. But,
Yeah, gig variants.
but yeah, when I saw an actual Transformers Jazz in a shop, a toy shop near me, yeah, that was it. I was all in.
Simon's never seen one of these
No,
before, you see.
this is an education to me.
My Unicron is still in the box, never got around to fiddle with it. Well, I obviously want to get it out, and it's great. G1
yeah.
Scorponok, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love G1 Scorponok,
very
and
cool.
as I say, I remember just literally the whole of Christmas and just really vivid memories of my childhood, just playing with him in the base mode and all the different things. And ironically enough, we've literally just had to play with the new Earthrise one, which. And I admit I'm guilty of this quite a lot. He's just been. I took him out of the box and put him up there, but Phil's been posing him and everything. So
It's
And
an
this-
amazing figure. It really is. Yeah.
Oh, Simon's not seen that yet either, but now Simon's blown away with
That
Studio
is, yeah,
Series.
that is.
Because that's all we're talking about at the moment, isn't it? After yesterday's
Yeah.
things, the new Studio Series 86, they're looking really good. Really good.
That is tremendous, and one of the reasons that, for me personally, that I really love the Euro exclusives is because each wave of the Euro exclusives that came, they all had a unique gimmick to them, something that was never seen before in Transformers.
Yeah.
And this one with that sort of laser scope, and you know, I remember, if you remember Stalker and Predator and the
Yep.
Jets, they all had the little sort of target gimmicks.
It's like those Tiger Tomy 3D games.
Brilliant.
He's right. Amazing how gimmicks like that make us giddy. I mean, it's so simple.
Absolutely
It's
brilliant. Yeah.
it's just clearly like piping, isn't it? And then maybe
Yeah.
a bit of a mirror.
Yeah,
but it
but
makes
to
it-
actually see the laser flashing when
Did
do
you
it,
guys
it's
have
like-
the plastic or rubber wheeled Ultra Magnus
So what do you
as a
have to
kid?
do then?
Right. We the plastic or the rubber wheeled one. Do you know what? I think mine was. As a kid, it was definitely plastic.
I got him last month, and mine is definitely plastic.
Yeah, that
Blue
was the-
faced plastic.
That was the later one.
Yeah.
And then somebody's just asked a question. What are we excited about for the figures that we were basically treated to yesterday?
Oh, Retgar is looking amazing.
Red Car's looking good, isn't he?
Red Guy and Slug.
Oh, here we go. We are live now.
We are live now.
So right, I'm just bringing up the questions here just in case we miss them there.
Yeah, Retgar looks amazing. Very excited for that. And we know Hasbro. And probably in the selects line, we know we're going to get a few repaints and reissues of Retgar for fellow Junkions. So we'll probably get.
What about Starscream?
I
Yeah,
liked
Shatterglass.
Starscreen.
Glass.
It's a bit of a.
Imphy got the rubber tied one, which is good. Just quickly, Jason Lee's that's the worst Transformers line in existence. I missed out, by my own admission, on Beast Wars, Beast Hunters, and pretty much, I suppose, Armada, if I'm being honest. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that they're the worst. They're the things in the toy lines that I know least about. So I don't really know enough about them to comment. And I've said before, you know, and I'm sure you've seen in my videos and on the background that I do own. Hey, Inputs just woke up. No problem, Input. See you later. And I've got some of the movie figures, and I think some of the movie figures get a bad rep because
Yeah, I can see it now.
some of the actual movies. I'll show you the Calcar one in a minute. Some of the actual movies weren't as good as we wanted them to be.
Can you see that? Look?
Can you
Yeah,
see it
yeah,
working?
yeah.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
So
Calcar does it as well.
So not only do these rotate in and out,
They're very excited. They've never seen that before.
and there is actually like a little target.
Does the
there.
collect? Do you know what? Honestly,
Sorry,
Eastman,
too
Collector
hard.
75, Graham. We are going to arrange it, and the same as I know Andy's watching right now, and a few other people from Transformers the show. We're going to be doing a lot of collaborations, hopefully. So, got an understanding wife. Just about enough room in here to get a couple of people in. So I'm hopefully looking to do
Oh, yeah.
collaborations with as many people as we can, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
He doesn't live close by though. He
Good
does
evening.
live. I think he
Yeah,
lives somewhere near down London, which probably about 2.5 hours away, maybe, but not that far.
Yeah, we're quite lucky because we
Yeah.
do live all
We are
in the
lucky.
same area.
We
I
don't
mean,
live too
Simon's literally a couple of streets away from me, so
Which is crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Look, so they're definitely. I'm going to do Transformers the show from here. I've offered that as well.
Yeah, why not?
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be
I think
nice,
that'd be
yeah.
good just in
Yeah,
here.
I do enjoy Transformers the show a lot.
It's a
So
very
if you haven't been on and checked it out yet, you've got to get on Transformers the show.
Social distancing. It'll be all right by June. We'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah.
There's actually like 3 foot at least behind each one of us here. We're
It's
all
just
right.
the camera, you know.
You and the Collect 75. Like, I think, yeah, me and Graham would be really good. I think that would definitely be good. He's got a couple of things that I haven't got, and vice versa. Othello, what's up? Hello. Everybody's
These
jumping in now.
gimmicks
There's
are
quite a
like,
few.
What make it for me? You know, you'll have to show us another gimmick from another one because size.
Okay.
just-
I'm jumping on these 90s gimmicks.
Right, so you sit down on that seat and you guys talk while I
He's
get
just
some figures.
blown his mind.
Somebody. So I've got coupons as well.
Show
which is-
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh,
So,
yeah, some memorabilia.
hang on if I can get in these. A little pickup that I just received this week. Now this is
Pop that
actually
in
a
front of the
reissue.
camera for a second or two. It's for crankcase.
This is a reissue from the Takara collection, Stepper, which I've had for donkey's years.
I've got to show this as well.
Oh yeah,
Just because he wanted to see Snare, that's all.
Snare,
Snap.
Sandy's favourite. But what is new
I'll put that there, Russ, next door.
is, can you see? I don't know if you can see that. Little guy, little driver in there.
Twist that.
I actually managed to find a vintage original
Oh,
Diaclone pilot. Simon's just lost his mind.
these things I knew nothing about. I'm shooting your face, Phil.
Thanks. And there he is. A little Diaclone. And will it focus? Maybe. A super rare little black and gold. It's the second variant, actually. Kind of looks like a little bit like an almost kind of retro Cyberman, doesn't he? And he's got little magnets on his feet, which of course all the Diaclone pilots had at the time, so they can interact with all that lovely, beautiful die-cast that we got here with the Transformers. And yeah, it's quite rare to find a little black and gold one. So I thought, I know what I'm going to do with him. He's going to be a little pilot for Stepper. Because obviously this mould originally a Diaclone mould. And there you go, look. Sits perfectly inside, that's where there you go. So there we go.
Is anyone else doing any more things? Like we catch up with all this? Snare for the win, yeah, there you go. Quality 720p, so not so great. Oh, apologies, because I don't know why. It's on my phone, it's normally good, but I don't know what it's doing. Someone saw a battle convoy for 1200. Wow, yeah, that's it. You got a Stig. As for gimmicks, I love the light formers. They had the little scope as you press the button on the back. It had piping that made it look like laser firing. Yeah, brilliant, aren't they? They are really, really good. Really, really good. Right, what else have we got going in? You got some more.
I'm sorry, I've had to pick this up. This is amazing.
That's the other book.
I've got to get this book.
This is the other book that I get asked a lot, and again, I've talked about it a lot, but for anybody who's not seen it yet before,
You want? Yep.
this is the book that pretty much helped me get most of my Japanese figures. But it's so good. It's you've got the first few pages in it are they're all in sequential order or whatever. So you've got 1984 onwards. But then when you get to, of course, to 1987, which was the year of the headmasters, so you've got the standard first few pages. I know you can just about make it out. So you've got all the standard headmasters. But then when you get to the edge of that, it says Japan. Can you see that there? Just about with the light there. And then you've got the Japanese exclusives that came out in that particular year. So as you can see, you've got Raiden there. You've got the cassettes and the heads. And then it does that for the rest of the books. You get all the Hasbro ones first, and then the Takara exclusives at the end of that. So it's well worth a pick up, to be honest. All right, so I'm still looking at
That's
that.
right, I'm going to swap over now.
You're going to look at that. I'm going to answer these questions.
Some more vintage memorabilia. So there's a new card game coming out. So we've had Transformers trading card game for a little while, but there is a new one coming out soon, and I think it's called Built to Battle or something. Oh no, that's Zoids, isn't it?
Is it Zoids? I don't know.
It's a collecting game. Anyway, but card games in Transformers is nothing new, and this
it's
is
so dark, isn't it? It's typical. Why is it so dark?
This is a nice bit of 80s memorabilia. This is a card game from the 80s, so you may or may not have seen it before. And
I'll just quickly answer this. Guzzy Hero, no, I only collect Transformers. I do like other 80s memorabilia growing up in the 80s, and I do love Marvel and all that, but again, I've just got no space to collect that. Headmasters was brilliant, completely agree with Andy, love it, it's one of my favourite things.
So, and you got some cracking bits of
That's it.
It's upside down.
Well, you're showing them, I've just been asked, and we can all ask this. So Slayer's asked, what's your 3 holy grails? So, and then the third, I suppose it's got to be Grand Max. Simon, what's your 3 grails?
It has to be Star Convoy, Diatlas, and Sky Gary.
There we go. Oh, I forgot Grandus, but yeah, that's a different one. Go on, Phil, what's your 3 grails?
3 grails. Well, top of the list. Well, these guys know that I'm a huge fan of Diaclone, so that's probably my first kind of love really on. So a blue streak.
A real blue streak.
A real blue streak is definitely top of the list for me. And then probably some Marauder Insecticons. And what else? What else am I after?
Simon
And
actually
I'm
let me
also
down, ladies and
after
gentlemen.
a Star Convoy.
Simon let me down.
Definitely.
This is saved for his face. Simon, you were
Look at
supposed
that.
to say that God Bomber.
Oh no,
You were
no,
supposed
there's too
to
many.
say that God
There's-
Bomber
Let me
was one of
hold it.
yours.
Look at that.
Classic
See?
art.
There you go, Phil. He ruined it. He was supposed to say God Bomber was one of his grails, and I've got him a God Bomber.
Yes.
Got him a God Bomber.
You have, yeah. No. Tell a lie. You know, it's Sky Gary. This
Work of
is a
beauty.
grail. This is, I'm holding it in my hand.
Remember how you play this game.
Look at that.
I think you've got to collect all 3. Secticons going on there. So some pretty retro
There we go.
artwork going on there.
I am actually holding a grail.
Simon's holding one of his grails. I got him a grail. I've been working on it for a few months, and I got him a grail.
Check that out. That is.
That's
Look at
beautiful,
that.
yeah, it is, yeah. It is a work of art.
He said it's like the Happy Families Transformers card game.
It is, yeah, it's...
Where's Wait? Where's Wait? Hi, where's Wait? Sorry, I was catching up with all the comments.
So there you go, a bit of nostalgia, a bit of memorabilia from back in the day.
Tears, he said it's like Happy Families. Look at Simon's face. He's stunned now. He's not saying a word.
He's just mind is blown.
He's been after one of them for ages now. Managed to hunt and track him one down. You can have a look at it. You can take it out. Look.
You'll have to excuse me a minute. Come on, have a look at this over here.
He's gone, he's off.
He's looking at God Bomber.
And these were a few things that
Yeah, show them as well.
We were chatting about the other day, weren't we, Russ? And,
Yep.
Now, now you could only get these by collecting robot points and sending them off. So these are exclusive mailways, and these are what's called Lumobots. And you got 3. One was a star
It
screen.
smells holy grailish.
Proper Japanese.
And then you got the Decepticon logo.
Yeah, proper fire. It's Takara in it, so Takara will definitely fire.
And you
What we got here?
us.
Hey, Kato's up.
Hey, Kato.
Kato's
Okay,
up.
go.
How's it going, mate?
This is just off the cuff, so thank you very much
Jazz.
anybody who's jumped on live. We weren't
And,
expecting this many people.
Yeah, and
It's nice.
And the cool thing about these is they glow in the dark. Hence, they're called Lumobots.
There we go.
But yeah, they were only available, I think, in the UK, and they were exclusive mail away back in the day. You had to save up your
This is nuts.
Robo points.
Doug's impressed.
But just look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah,
You need to
look
get
at
it
that.
closer because it's
Yeah.
too dark. Wait a minute. Yeah, we apologise for the lighting in here, but there's God Bomber's artwork.
That's my grail. You know when you hold a grail?
And
Yeah.
there's the program in America. I feel like that. I managed to hunt him on down.
Look at that.
The chrome on it.
That
Look at the chrome. And because it's the single edition one, it's got the buttons took out there, the extra bit, like I said in my video. Right, everybody's chatting, which is good. Everybody's having a nice chat amongst themselves. It's good.
Beautiful.
I've made Simon's day there. There you go.
Because
So
you've got
Because
Master Prime.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah.
now we can make
Because
God Bomber.
I had the Toys R Us reissue.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah, they
some
called it
reason-
Apex Armour, didn't they? For
Apex
Toys R Us, they
Armour,
called it
and-
They called it Apex,
For
but
some
it's
reason,
not.
I've only got the left-hand side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Eastman. Thank you. Thanks again to Kato. I know you've
Well,
jumped on.
That is
He's the
just-
guy, did his first interview with me. So thanks again to Kato. I'd love to repay the favour soon. We'll do it.
Yeah,
Jump on board
Kato's
again
lovely.
with Kato.
If you haven't been onto Kato's channel, you really need to get on because it's an awesome channel.
Yeah,
It is.
definitely. Slayer, what character are you hoping gets an MP? I think, again, I've discussed this briefly. Actually, I don't know if I've discussed it on here. I know I've discussed it in chats. Funnily enough, definitely on Kato's chat with Ultra Marcus the other day. I cannot wait for Raiden, Masterpiece Raiden. That's going to be phenomenal. I'm not bothered about Jetfire. I'm sure they've been, since 2019 now, is it, when they teased us? They've got to have them soon. I cannot wait for that. That's what I'm excited for.
Stickers.
Guzzy Hero's
From back in-
brilliant
from
for
back
his
in the day.
fact. I'll get out of the way of the lights. There you go.
Little stickers from back in the day.
Guzzy's put
This is
Apex Armour is also the name of the Armour Sentinel Prime War in IDW. It didn't save him from Megatron though. We need an interview. Yeah, I need to interview Kato for it. Yeah, Kato always does all the interviewing. I'm going to interview Kato. That's a good
that'd be
idea.
ace, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
That would be ace, yeah. So if you
What
was
did
a
I
kid
say? I
back
would
in
call
the
it?
80s,
Yeah.
you'd be getting you collect these. Yeah.
I love the TR Sentinel Prime figures. Yeah, we could have
Russ
Toys R Us Robot Ramblings with Kato.
Yeah.
There you go.
Russ's ramblings.
Russ's Robot Ramblings with Kato.
Yeah.
There you go. Because I know Kato collects. In fact, no, Kato's his toys. Talking toys with Toys R Us because Kato collects all toys.
He does.
Talking toys with Toys R Us and Kato. Yeah, there you go.
How great is it in America to be able to go into Walmart though and pick up the G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
I'm
classified
actually
figures?
doing.
We just don't get nothing. We get
Actually,
nothing
here's
about it.
another exclusive. These guys don't know about it. You guys don't know about it. I've started, and it's a little bit. I've got to admit it. I'm sorry, you American guys. I'm sorry, Kato, Patriot, everybody who's doing it. I've started doing a toy haul, and it's pathetic. I don't even know because you guys will see how bad it is over here. I have a Tesco down the road from me. I think it's one of the 10th biggest Tesco's in the country. It's enormous. It's huge. And the whole filming of it is me going, let me show you the toy selection of Tesco. Or let me show you the Transformers section. There's 2 rescue bots there. That's literally all there is. And then we've got an Asda, which is owned by Walmart, which is, well, you'll see. I'm compiling a video of it right now. And it's a very backwards toy haul because there's not many toys, so you'll get to see that soon, but I am doing that. Oh, here we go. What would you guys consider the things you paid too much for compared to what you've got? He accidentally brought a 2005 Botcon Flameware for £205 thinking it was the 2014 Botcon Timelines one.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kato reviews, I definitely watched that. Yeah, my toy haul, Kato, honestly, it's so funny. It's horrendous. I'm walking around going, you can't believe this. And I want to reiterate to you guys and everybody who's watching this now later on that how hard it is until this man came here to get Transformers in the UK. It was it's so funny. Honestly, this Tesco is huge. It's like what you guys would refer to as Walmart. So it's got everything. It's got a Holland and Barrett inside. It's got a pharmacy. It's got a clothing department. It's got everything inside it. The toy department's probably no bigger than this room here, but the Transformers is 2 rescue bots. It's horrendous. I'm compiling a video.
Yeah.
It's owned by Walmart, isn't it? Asda?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Asda,
and I'll show you Asda. We get nothing. It's so funny.
happens,
That's why I'm doing the video. So I've just spoiler alert my own channel there, but it'll be up within a week or so. You'll just laugh.
It is terrible, and you'll when Russ does the toy hunting, you'll appreciate.
This is the best toy shop in the world.
It's right here.
That's really honestly, Kato. It's so bad.
Where can you go in the UK and see those on the shelf?
As Asda, who's owned by Walmart.
No.
I don't even think. I think they've literally got a couple of Cyberverse figures, but you'll see. He's got some more things to show you.
Yeah, so back in the day, again, we used to get these.
Tesco's is owned by Target, maybe.
Action cards. We used to get them in packs like this. And basically they would be, this is, for example, Series 1 card 138. Hound rolls into battle, and then there's a bit of a spiel on the back, and you would get
Magnum Prime's just joined in.
You'd get these.
Say hello to Magnum. We won't use his real name.
Magnum.
Hi, Magnum.
Yeah, nice to see you here, and you get different things like this. So yeah, if you was a kid in the 80s and you was collecting cards and Transformers memorabilia and stuff.
Imagine being a kid in Japan though when these were on the shelf.
I've said it so many times. If we'd have had them in the UK when they came out, I'd have still been collecting them. I wouldn't have gone off them. Robot Recruits, Soul Meat, a mint and seal box. He's put hearts next to it. Universe Vector Prime for £40, I think it was.
Yeah. I remember that.
Expletive bargain. Remember, no swearing on here. I'm only joking. Yes, Magnum, you've just missed it. That was my surprise for Simon UK Collector. I've got him a God Bomber. It's right there.
I'm holding a Grail.
Magnum Prime I've 100% corrupted as well now into the Japanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've corrupted him 100% into the Japanese
rabbit hole.
And there you go. Look, it's a crankcase. So Andy said, but your point is a good one. Without Phil, it'd be almost, without people like Phil, it'd be almost impossible to get a lot of Transformer figures.
It would be.
Have we got any animation cells? The only animation cell that I've got is the mock-up It's not a real one in the Transformers Vault book. So not a real one.
These collector's cards from back in the day, from the 80s, they were all based on animation cells.
What's that there?
So you can see they had all got a picture from the and a bit of a write-up on the back.
See you, Eastman. Take care.
Yeah.
I know, Eric. I know you are. I'll send you a picture of Buster's soon.
Russ, can I open this up?
Can you open what?
I've just seen this on the floor, and I've just seen
it's a
this.
Master Force
I've just
catalogue.
seen this. See, look at this.
That's fresh. That's fresh from last night. And thank you very much for Andy for saying this. He's just put a great double cloud video, mate. That's the one I put up last night. So he's literally
Beautiful double
He's
cloud.
found the flyer that was in the box with it, and he's just having a look at it.
I've no idea. If anybody knows how many of these there were, I've only obviously got a small.
This is what's cool about this stuff. Look
Collection,
at that,
but
look.
I've no idea how many.
I've
there
seen
were.
it, Simon.
Yeah, I know. I know. You've seen it loads.
I've seen
but
that
this is for
song.
me. Like,
I've seen that. I sent. Hi, Neil. Nice to see you, Neil. There's a few people jumping on board now. This is good. Wonder where Marcus is. Where's Ultra Marcus? He doesn't know. He hasn't watched my thingy yet. See ya. Oh, you've got some more. We've got more memorabilia here. More.
These are actual playing cards from back in the day.
Six Night.
Yeah.
I'll show you something that's really cool about Six Night.
Let's have a quick look. And oh, there you go. The Ace of Spades is none other than Omega Supreme.
That's a class Ace of Spades.
That is a class Ace of
So,
Spades.
just very quickly, what Simon's looking at, he's looking at Six Night, which is the redeco of Quick Switch. And I have done a video on him, and he has got a great colour redeco, but the best thing about this guy is, you know, the drill, which is just a normal boring drill colour on the Hasbro one.
Chrome.
Well, look at the Takara one, it's shiny. That's the main difference. But again, I've done a video on him, Six Night, on my channel.
Queen of
Guys,
Hearts.
Aussie Hero is put. What's your opinion on female characters? They're kind of my specialist subject. Do you know what? I haven't really got an opinion. I think they're good. I mean, I've got Victorian up there, which I think is fantastic. I think the new RC is good, apart from it being a bit of a shell former. But yeah, definitely. Chromie is fantastic. I think Chromie is really good in the new Earthrise.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
Netflix
yeah,
things. I think she's brilliant in the new
yeah.
Netflix things. Definitely.
There is yeah.
It's always that thing why we never got the G1 RC toy.
Everything to Magnum Prime says everything to Cara is shiny. Andy's saying he finds Quick Switch strangely fascinating.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody wants to come to my house, which is nice. Thank you. What we got here?
Everything's
female
shiny.
Transformers,
Everything's shiny.
It was a weird concept back in the day that you should have a female Transformer, not because there's anything wrong with that, but because
I read about it. It was like
to us it was just like, well, they didn't have gender because they were robots.
robots. Yeah.
Yes, it was a bit weird, wasn't
So
it?
it was a bit strange.
Same with Scourge and his moustache.
Yeah, that was weird. Even that was weird as
That's
well. 'cause
weird.
it
He's
was
got a
like,
moustache and a beard, hasn't he?
Well,
Scourge.
and Unicron
Unicorn.
had a beard, didn't he?
Yeah,
Sort
which was kind of
Yeah,
a
he
bit
did.
weird, but to
A
think
bit
that
cool at the
robots
same
had
time.
gender, but you know, as kids we just
I want Destrone in white
So
chrome to go with my
Optimus Prime saying,
Thunderblast.
"Excuse me, I need to go to the lavatory." Really? Do you?
no.
Yeah, it's weird how RC
So that
got
was weird.
shoot. Yeah, well, that was very weird. I'll never understand to this day why she never got an original G1 toy, because
Yeah, that
she was
pretty
such a massive character, wasn't she? She obviously still is. I don't know. Obviously, I cannot give the answer to that, and I've looked. I'm sure most people have looked as well to try and find out what the reason for that is, and of course, I can't find out. Right, here we go. Magnum's jumping off, but no problem. So no problem whatsoever. It'll be up on my channel in a bit anyhow. We're only going to do for about another 15 or so minutes because we've got something else to be doing in a second. What's this? Hasbro didn't want it, RC. Oh, so Andy knows. That's good.
I think it was the movie, really, wasn't it? The '86 movie that sort of like brought our attention to the fact that Transformers could have gender. And
Yes.
obviously it was because of RC.
It was Ron Friedman who pushed for it. His daughter loved Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've got people like you on here, because your guys' actual knowledge of the actual Transformers and the franchise is far superior to mine, and I've no problem admitting that. My knowledge is mainly on the toys and stuff, but even that, it's not everything. You guys smell know things that I don't. So it's really nice when people like yourself, Guzzy, and there's another chap who always watches my videos called David, and they I love everybody's knowledge. I love everybody who chips in. So if there's something that I mess up on, or if I mix up, that's why I do the What's Happening Wednesdays, chance to, and it's great.
There's just stuff everywhere in here.
There's always a
You've
thing.
only got to look left or right, and there's just
No, you'll see something new.
yeah every time. Yeah.
They've Simon's been here once, Phil's never been here, so
Yeah, it's my first actual. Although I've known
I've just
Russ
seen
for a
that there.
while.
Look, shattered
At
glass,
first-
ratchet.
Yeah,
yeah,
first
there's,
visit here.
there's shattered glass over there as well.
Yeah.
I know that you probably think I'm joking, and I know you've heard me say it on loads of my videos, and again I blame him because I'm buying all the new stuff, but I really am running out of space. I'm just running out of space.
I haven't seen that before in
What is it?
person. The Netflix Soundwave.
Well, the one in front of him, Decepticon Mirage.
No, the actual
The
sound.
actual Soundwave. I haven't seen
Oh
Soundwave
yeah, it's the
before.
Netflix. That's
Yeah.
the next
That is
Netflix
really
shelf.
It's very good, yeah.
Guzzy's put, I love how IDW handled the gender thing with Lug and Anode. Basically, they don't have genders as such, but saw gendered organic species, and it just felt right. TFN next year, yeah, definitely. We should
Yeah,
definitely
definitely,
do
yeah.
that. I don't know. We should maybe just get one going ourselves. Apart from
Yeah.
just an online one, we should just all club together and just start our own convention.
And I do agree with your point about the IDW as well. They did actually handle gender very, very well. And yeah.
Everybody wants. Look, God Ravage wants to come over and be friends with you guys. Are you? That's it. That's it. I'd love to say open house. We need to do. That's the best thing. As soon as, pardon me, I've had a can of 7-Up, which is bad. I tell everybody the truth. I don't care. Yeah, when the convention started, it'd be really good, to meet you guys all in person as well. Because as I say, this is joking apart. I know it's probably acting like we've known each other forever. I've known Simon online for about a year, met twice in person. I've known Phil online for about a year, never met until now. But we've all got, the same interests. So yeah, it's great, isn't it? We've all come in.
Strangers, do we?
No,
Kato said he come. Kato, you can come. You can crash at
Yeah.
mine, man. No problem.
It's a strange one, isn't it? Obviously, as many of you guys will appreciate, because obviously with COVID, we've not actually been able to meet people in person. But
Someone else
nevertheless,
wants a Transformers toy museum.
This is it.
It's happening.
This
It
is
is happening. We've still been able to sort of keep in contact, sort of video calling and things like that. So it's not like we're complete strangers.
Doorstep chats.
I just need to quickly say to
yeah, because
just-
Simon lives around the corner from
just
me. so-
quickly to Dazatron, that I suppose the last updated collection video that I did was what was it? I did one just about, I think it was Boxing Day, funnily enough, and again that's because my Instagram, everybody had asked for it, so what I managed to do was get, but it's only G1. I've done the Dark of the Moon, I've done all that as much as I could possibly can. I'm sorry it's gone dark in here, but for obvious reasons we keep there's not much light in this room.
Good old blighty weather.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
England,
May.
so it's probably raining, and even in May it's
Yeah.
hammering down.
The
But
start
yeah,
of
there's
summer.
on my collection. I think it's called Complete
I mean, that's
Collection.
all
Probably the best thing that you can do if you're after looking for the Complete Collection, if you change the filter at the top of the screen to Most Watched, and it's the second one, because the first one's the one I put up about April last year, and then the second one underneath it with a picture of all the gold European big pictures of the cards on. So if you want to see the Complete Collection, it is 42 minutes, but that's only G1. That's only G1. So if you want to watch that, thanks very
Well,
much.
there's a lot more
Have a
than
nose.
G1 here.
But there's way more here than what I can actually get out. Everyone's saying hello, which
Simon
is good.
said to me before we came, he said, so you think you're prepared when you come here
I told you, did not. I
Yeah.
say you think you're gonna.
until you get here. And I can,
This goodness enters your life.
nothing prepares you for what is beyond this doorway.
Oh, okay, Daz. Yeah, just change the filter to most viewed videos. It's the second one down, or you can watch them both because
Remember that
they've
program?
changed.
No, it's a song and it's Stairway to Heaven. This is it.
Do you know what's really funny? That's funny that he said that. That Patriot Prime said that
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
Patriot Prime said to me, he said, if you didn't have such a, this is his quote, not me. He says, if you didn't have such a great name for your channel already, because I'm just dead lucky that my name's Russ,
Yeah,
Yes, you.
and it worked really well. He said I should have called it Stairway to Heaven. So that's Patriot Prime chipping in. So
definitely.
Look at that.
everyone's chatting
know,
on the
it's
YouTube
beautiful,
chat
isn't
as well. You guys do look. You guys look excited to hang out with me.
Very.
Yeah. It doesn't wear off the novelty.
No,
Does it?
no.
This needs to be a hotel. To stop.
Yeah. But seriously, the whole, we came up with the museum idea.
Mm.
How long ago was that?
was
It's been a
ages
while
ago.
ago, like a long time ago.
A really detailed video of this is just season 1, and just do season 1 in as much detail as I can,
We'll have to get our heads together and sort it out.
and then go this is season 2, etc., and build all the way up.
You could
Because
do one,
between-
you could do one of them virtual things where you film it like
Yeah.
360, so you could put your thing on and then
Yeah.
look round the room. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously, like now, unfortunately, what you guys are experiencing that again with the horrible British weather, even though good, there's a light literally above you, and there's a light which you can see pretty much above there. And for obvious reasons, I've not got the windows and the curtains open. It's not the greatest.
Your box warming.
Our box.
3 of us, I think, you know, with your collection, mine and Russ's, and we each kind of got a little bit something different.
We don't need our collections, really, do we? We don't need ours.
With Russ's collection. No, we don't need ours.
I'll just work the till on the front door.
No way. Look, Cato was oddly enough supposed to be in London, but he
Currently working on.
They are stunning. So
Thank
keep.
you, Phil.
Yeah, well.
no, they are. They're very
They are
good.
brilliant. So keep your eyes open on Instagram.
Because Simon's real job, apart from being a UK collector, is
I'm an artist.
he's actually an artist. So
He's
it's-
actually and a very good one. And I've actually seen some pictures that you've drawn of oils, but completely non-Transformers related, just like scenery pictures. They are also spectacular.
It does say very bad connection. It's saying that on there now as well, actually. So yeah, we'll do a couple more questions then. Oh, it's back to full thing there. There you go. Who's for help transforming it? Yeah, that's the thing. Input. It's. Oh no, it was input. Who said that? Who said it? It's just gone. It'll come here in a minute. Once international travellers are just, can you list? Of course I can. Oh yeah, they want it open in hours. No problem. Anybody who contact, even though got me on Instagram and stuff, you know, I'm quite happy to send pictures and whatever else. It's fine. What are they put in here? Let's see. Thanks for the live chat and videos. Getting educated over here. Would any Beast Wars make it into the museum since G1 fans aren't too much fans? Dinobot is just kick ass. You see now, Anthony's Arcade. I still not there that I've not watched one episode yet of Beast Wars, which is really bad as well because I've also got, and it was really embarrassing. I don't know if on my channel there's is it called Cameo, isn't it?
Yeah.
My Secret Santa present, the video, if you type in David K on my channel, there's an amazing, really, really nice message. It's not just a, hi, this is your Secret Santa, happy Christmas. He talks for about 2.5 minutes to me, and I didn't have a clue who he was. I felt awful. I felt awful because they'd spent all this money, they'd saved all this money up for this guy who I didn't know from Adam, could have been Simon, could have been Phil, to do, because I've not seen Beast Wars yet, to do a cameo for me, and he left me like a really nice message, and he talked for ages, and he didn't just, as it wasn't just a very brief 30 seconds, and I've still not got around to watching any of them, so I will watch them, and I'm sure they are very good. In fact, just to prove my love for Beast
for those that
Wars.
didn't know, he was Megatron in the Beast Wars series.
See, I'm not anti-Megatron. I mean, anti-Beast Wars. There's Cheetor.
Yeah. There would definitely be Beast Wars there, yeah, definitely. I did enjoy the Beast Wars series, actually. Well, it was CGI. I can't really say it was a cartoon, was it?
I didn't like it back in the day, but I watched it last year in lockdown, and I liked it.
Yeah. It was...
I wasn't too keen on Beast Machine.
Yeah. No.
Beast Machines, I wasn't a fan of.
I'd love to see them do another animation of Beast Wars and Beast Machines because I think they do deserve a bit more attention and a bit more love by Hasbro.
I think it'll be the next. Sorry for butting in. I think it'll be the next trilogy because I think that they're basically veering into it already, aren't they? Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, if we go down the Generations line since it pretty much started. After the actual Generations, of course, then we got Thrilling 30, so that's just... It was either Power of the Primes or Titans Return, whichever order they were in. And then, of course, we're on to Siege now. And they're all basically all something to do with Generation 1, aren't they? And now, of course, we're into Kingdom and we're seeing a lot more Beast Wars. So I personally think that unless it's going to be the Japanese, because they're teasing us with Black Zarek, I think personally it'll be mainly Beast Wars.
I think you're probably right.
I think that the next trilogy is going to be Beast Wars, heavily Beast Wars orientated.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be going down to Japanese exclusive route in the next series.
How many times though can we keep releasing G1 figures again and again.
That's
It's
what I
been,
think.
do you know what I mean? It's been so
Yeah.
good with Siege and Kingdom and all that.
I think they need to give it a few years before coming
Yeah.
back to it. Yeah, for that
Because it's
reason.
just gonna.
definitely,
They can't keep doing
See
it.
you, Kato. Thanks for popping in.
See you, Kato. Yeah, you're right, and I think they will give
Before
it a
we
bit of
start
a
getting
break.
bored.
Yeah, I think they're going to give it a bit of a break now
I
because
think they need to.
let's face it, the War for Cybertron series has been like a G1 as paradise, hasn't it? And it's sort of the G1 figures that we've had through the War for Cybertron series, and even to some respects, like the Power of the Primes trilogy, have been excellent.
Yeah.
It's time
Um,
to introduce the West into
Yeah.
Star Saber and Desirous.
I agree, yeah, and I think they will definitely, because we see a few trickling through, say, for example, like the Select line. at the
How do we
moment.
get Transformers away from Michael Bay and let Marvel do their thing and give us a G1 movie? That would be immense. If
be
Marvel could
amazing.
do that,
Yeah.
wow. Let's be honest, I've said this before, sorry, before you started the opening, however many minutes of the Bumblebee movie,
Yeah.
that's
That's
what
it.
we need. We need an
That's
entire movie
Yeah.
of the opening sequence of Bumblebee. And if they do that, do you know what? They don't even need to have humans in. And I know that they've always been in there, whether it's Buster or Spike or Sam Witwicky, whichever, whether you're in the comics, whether you're in the movies, whether you're in the cartoons, whatever their names are. You don't necessarily need them. Let's have a G1 on Cybertron. And then let's see where they go. I suppose that'd be like pre-Transformers, then,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah.
But yeah, let's see what they can do with that,
I
because they could do
I
that.
definitely see that happening, because the next movie, there's another Bumblebee movie slated, and that's coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's Prime, isn't it? I think, isn't it?
Is
I
it
don't know.
Prime?
The new
Yeah.
animated film is supposed to be a prequel before the war, isn't it?
I think so.
That's what's happening with
Yeah.
that one.
And you can see the live action movies they're slowly evolving, aren't they? And they are returning to a more G1 accurate look, whereas the Bayverse movie figures, they're very much sort of like shell formers, aren't they? And
Yes.
they've got a very distinctive look about them. But over the years we've seen them sort of evolve a little bit, and they're moving back towards a more sort of 80s look, I would imagine.
Fingers crossed.
And I think in the next film, the next Bumblebee film, it will be going more that way. Like you said, in the current Bumblebee film that's out, that first sort of 5 minutes of the show is just one snippet of an example of what a live action movie could be,
And
based on Generation 1.
and then hopefully as well that Michael Bay or whoever's in charge of them all will look at the toy sales, because I mean I don't know, maybe you know more than me, obviously, of course, but the toy sales for, as you've just said, the War for Cybertron trilogy, they've got to be surpassing any of the movie figures and the standard studio series figures that they're releasing now. So you've got to think, because again, let's be honest, they make these movies for they make all the toys for the movies, and it's all just intertwined, and they want to make as much money as they can. So surely, which we've now got confirmed, especially in the UK anyway, that, and I imagine it's worldwide, that if the War for Cybertron trilogy, which is the G1 at heart, toys are outselling the studio series, then it makes perfect sense for them to carry on, because that's where the money is. That's where people are buying the figures,
and
aren't
even
they?
in the studio series line itself, which of course celebrates all of the films, the 86 figures have outsold the others. So there you go.
You know the Bumblebee film, at the end, when you see Prime, were you kind of gutted that Bumblebee wasn't a beetle when they were going across that bridge?
Nobody was at first, wasn't he? But then he
Yeah, he changed, didn't he? Would it have been better if they'd have both
But
gone
that,
off?
that just tied it up with the rest of the Bayverse things, which I suppose in a way it's tied up a loose end. But yeah, but so it couldn't have been, could it? But I get what you mean.
It was supposed to
I
have
get
been
what
a prequel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Leading into
He was doing
Bayverse.
really well.
It was done very well. And how good did Optimus Prime look as a Generation 1 truck?
Yeah,
at the end of that
exactly.
film?
That's it. He doesn't need the 57,000 things swapping in and out and all that
flames.
stuff. To be fair, I couldn't. I mean, let's be honest. That new Robo-Sen Optimus Prime. What's wrong with the transformation to that? You know,
Nothing.
what's wrong with that? Where the arms pop out, he pops up. What's wrong with that? It's very basic, but what's
Exactly
wrong
like
with
the
that?
original, really.
Exactly. There we go. This is good. There's a few people in there. So yeah, we're going to only go for another 4 or 5 minutes or so. So we're going to wrap it up soon. So if there's anything anybody else wants to ask, fire away, no problem whatsoever. And of course, this will be uploaded however long it takes YouTube to put on afterwards. So I'm not wrapping up just yet, but I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's jumped on board already. Again, didn't expect it, especially, you know, 3 o'clock on an afternoon on a Saturday. If you're in the UK, you're probably out shopping or you're busy with your kids. And if you're in America, you're probably in bed or just waking up. So thank you to anybody and everybody who's already jumped on. These time zones don't exactly help us out very much. But yeah, before we do shut off, I want to thank everybody straight away properly. And look at the It's terrible, in it. Apologies, it's terrible.
What am I looking at? What? Oh no.
Well, have you noticed on my show? But this was a gift. Oh, my legs are dead. There you go.
At least one missing from his collection that he desperately needed.
Cutie marks and bots.
She should have been called Pony Miss Prime or something, shouldn't you? Let's be honest.
That would have been
Pony Miss Prime. That's what it should have been.
Come on, lads, you know you love it, really.
You know what? You know what? It's all right, isn't it? It ain't too bad.
It'll do, won't it? It'll shattered glass. It looks like it with the Autobot sign rubbed down.
Yeah. Fantastic.
There you go. Shattered glass. Shattered stables. I don't know, something like that. There we go. What's this? Never had it, but always intrigued me. Oh, so I'm talking about a game. They're not talking about that battle card game, right?
It's a battle card game, yeah.
What's your next holy grail item, Russ? Okay, there's again. I'm really lucky that I'm in a position now. It's the problem to have that I don't really need. Okay, I don't need any of them. It's all want. I don't really want many more to tick off literally absolutely everything under the G1 banner, including Takara, including Europe, including as much as the different variants that there are. And again, I'm very lucky at the moment. I've got people who let me pay for things in installments, because that's the negative thing. I'm lucky that there's not much to get, but the ones that I want and the ones that I need are, for normal guys like me, they're just unattainable, just unless I do exactly what I do, which is either save for months or chip away them months. Desaurus is definitely there, and thankfully he's not one of the most expensive ones. He's noticed something else. But Grand Max, I really want a Grand Max. But I mean, I'm sure you've seen the prices of them. Sam's just jumped in, Ashwin's just jumped in, Daz loves things.
Acid Storm.
What are you looking at?
Storm,
The world's smallest Sunstorm and Acid Storm.
Yeah. Oh, them there, yeah.
The little wood smallest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Acid Storm is what got me into chug collecting.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That was the very first Universe Classics figure I got.
Be honest, how much did Big Powered cost?
2006.
Guzzy messaged me. It took me. I'll tell you, Guzzy. I will tell you that Big Powered took me 15 months to pay for. That's all I'll tell you. That's how much Big Powered cost me. So it took me 15 months to save for. That's the box there. So that's, for the people who don't know, that's Diatlas, Roadfire and Sonic Bomber combined. Yeah, because again, am I going to save? Am I going to save up that?
I know.
It's there, isn't it?
I know.
Oh, there we go. Well, I've touched it.
What do you think about the new Jetfire masterpiece?
I don't know. I think it's too early to say, isn't it? It's too early to say, definitely.
Is it as good as
the
the Siege?
Well, that's what we don't know, do we?
There's Siege, right? There's Siege.
I mean, look at that.
Jetfire, right? Which is a spectacular figure, and it's huge. And the masterpiece figure, I don't know really. It's going to have to be something very special to beat the Siege version, and I'm not really as at the moment with the masterpiece line, but yeah, I'm on the fence really about that. So
until we actually see, I suppose, a test product, not
Yeah.
a black, not a grey square block, which is basically what it is.
When you've got
86 Hot Rod for people who can't. But I can answer that because I've just started doing masterpiece reviews.
there'll always be a room for masterpiece.
Of course, like the blue streak there, which is behind the normals. The Earthrise is behind the Grimlock. The
No.
I'm going to do a video on that soon. Yeah, that's for me to do a video on later. Any other crossovers you would like to see? I'm not really bothered with the crossovers, to be honest, and
what do you think of the X-Men crossover?
not interested.
No, neither am I.
I've not got none of them. I've not got the Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Top Gun, and X-Men, isn't it? And I've not got any of them.
That's what I should have bought. Crossovers. I've always really enjoyed the crossovers, even back to the Marvel days and the Star Wars days when they used to do crossovers. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the Marvel crossovers from back in the day when they used to have Hulk and he'd transform into a big truck, and Spider-Man would transform into a motorbike. And they were actually fantastic figures. And there was a Thor that transformed into plane that looked a little bit like Powerglide, and they were brilliant. And I do really enjoy the crossovers that we've got in the minis. Like I say, we've got an Expanse at home. I bought one for my wife, and she loves X-Men, and it's her first desk bot. And yeah, originally, but obviously highly resculpted and designed. But yeah, fantastic figures. I really like them.
We need a new commander. Yes, we Guzzy Hero. Guzzy loves Thunderclash. Yep,
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
Commander Class Thunderclash. That'd be ridiculous.
That would be epic.
Yeah. Simon doesn't know who that is. Simon doesn't know G1.5 as it's known.
No, I'm just
it's from the Euros.
Yeah.
I'll show you Thunderclash in a minute. He's fantastic.
I think that's probably one of my favourite eras of, apart from the car robots, obviously.
Yeah. There
Anything
we go.
past 88 for me is all
Blur.
a blur, but new to me now, so I'm absorbing it.
There we go. Right then. So we've been on for an hour. We'd like to thank. We've gone for an hour. I mean, how fast did that go? It's gone, hasn't it? It's ridiculous.
I'm still holding me grail.
He's got his grail. I want to thank everybody who's jumped on with this. Again, it was off the cuff and it was only announced on Wednesdays. It was only announced 3 days ago. So thanks very much. And again, on the What's Happening Wednesdays, I'll be doing another one soon with maybe so people can actually get and do their stuff. And of course, better for people in America as well. So again, I want to thank you all. Wouldn't be anything I say this, and I know it sounds cliche and all YouTubers say, but of course it wouldn't be anything without you guys. It'd just be us three sitting here talking to ourselves. So thank you for you guys for jumping on. Yeah, we'll get some new videos up soon, and including I'm going to do the unboxing now on they're ready for a video soon. Don't know if it'll be done today